Okay, so I've got a little workshop moment going here, and I'm going to try something, and I'll tell you what it is. And I'm going to kind of split this down the middle just to see what it actually will do. And I was watching, I hope this will work, but I was watching a lady that was restoring a piece of furniture. And she used a product that she said really worked, and I can't remember what the product was. But I looked at what the ingredients were on that product. So we're just going to go halfway down. And I think the product was called either Lucent or something along those lines. And so when I looked up the product, Lucent, one of the ingredients that was in Lucent was extra virgin, olive oil. So what I'm going to try here, and it was weird too, because when I looked up Lucent, Lucint, let me see, go this way. When I was trying to make a straight line, but I got over on that side too much. But anyway, when I looked up Lucent, it showed that it was olive oil. And when I looked up Lucent again today, because I forgot actually what it had said. When I looked it up today, when I looked up Lucint, it was a face cream. So maybe they put, Lucent is probably something that you want to be, if you're thinking about your face, you're probably thinking moist and supple skin and, youthful, restore. Thinking of face. But this is wood. So I'm guessing that olive oil will work just as well on your face as it does on wood. And basically, without using anything but a rag, I used a rag, and you could probably, I don't know what kind of rag you want to use. This is just like a towel. But this is the difference that was made. It looks pretty good in here because, this has not been, apparently this was in like maybe a garage or somewhere. I don't know. But I'm going to go ahead and just oil it all up because it's just soaking it up. But I was going to, try to refinish this. But look how this is operating. You can see, which I just went over this part right here again. But now I'm on this side. I think you could see all this is olive oil. Now, obviously, I cleaned that up before I applied. This is kind of spinning. I need to tighten that up. There we go. It even polished. The olive oil is even polishing the metal. How do you like that? Okay, now that tightened that up. Righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. And I'll show you how much I used. This bottle cost me $10, and that's all that I've used so far on this, so have fun. It doesn't have the most pleasant smell, but neither does refinisher or whatever, stain, polyurethane, that kind of thing. I mean, this is a quick fix, and it's just olive oil. This stuff on inside is really soaking it up. I don't know if I can show, but here, let's just show this right here. I mean, I'm really saturating that rag for this area because this piece is like pressed board. You can see it's just like a piece of paneling that's not even finished or anything, but we're still going to shine him up. Now, this will absorb, and you may have to put that second coat on it. I don't know. But, I mean, you got to admit, this looks a lot better than when we started. It's just so dry underneath that it's just soaking it up. But wood wanted that oil really bad. I bet you our skin wants this olive oil too. See, I got it on my hands. And this right here, I mean, you know, there's no limit to how much you put on, I don't think. But I don't even think that this was sanded down or finished. Like, I mean, when it was originally finished, maybe it wasn't sanded down properly. But I think it cleaned up really nice. What do you think? You do want to get up to the edges because you can see right there that it wants this oil. And there may be other oils that you could use, but this was the kind that was in that restorer that I read about. I can't even remember the name of it. I don't know what it was. What do you guys think? I think that really helped. Let's look at the back again. And the sides. This side wanted some more too. I don't know that I even put very much on here, or if any. I guess I did. So here's the side. And I also kind of wonder what it's going to do after some time. You know, like if that's all going to soak in, I don't know. But I think we did a pretty good job. Now I got to wash my hands. It is oily. But this right here, this is not greasy. It is not greasy. That absorbed in. You can touch it, but if you feel like it is greasy, then go ahead and go over it again. See right there? I didn't get in that rim. So now I've got to get my hands dirty again. So let me go under it with the oil. There, that got it. And again, this is how much I use. I bought this whole big bottle, not knowing how much I would need. And I used about that much out of it. They have smaller bottles than this. But hey, let's put it on our face and our hands. I like it. I think it's a good tip. Tell me what you think. Need to get it right in there too. Just oil it, you know? It's okay to get liberal with it. I mean, if it were not to absorb, like if it didn't absorb, you can just wipe it off If nothing else, you've cleaned it off with some oil, I guess. But this is absorbing, so that's not our problem today. I do kind of want to go around the gap a little bit. You know, like the knob. This part of the knob inside where your finger catches. I wanted to get that really good in there. I feel like that rim needs it just a little. There. Looking good, I think. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think about using oil on wood.